Okay, let's start the comparison first with the Mavic Mini. This is me flying over towards this building, and I'm going to do an orbit around this tower. I have a similar video clip of the Evo, but I do not have a clip of this particular orbit for the Mavic Air. But we'll compare first the Mavic Mini to the Evo, which a lot of people are going to say, well, that's an unfair comparison, but I just thought you might want to see it anyway. Okay, you're going to have to give me a little bit of a break on some of this jerky movement because I had never used the Mavic Mini before, and the sticks are a little bit different than I'm used to. They're definitely different than the Mavic Air, the one that I fly all the time. They're less smooth. The controller, you can see real clearly that that's where they, that they save some money. So it will take some time to get used to the stick input of the Mavic Mini in order to get really smooth, buttery shots. But I still think this is pretty good for the, for my first flight with the Mavic Mini. Now, let's switch over now to the Autel Evo. As we switch to the Autel Evo, you'll notice right away, if you're paying attention, that we've got a much wider field of view. We've got colors that are more lifelike. They're less bombastic. They're less oversaturated. They're more what was actually there. They're not hyper colorized or anything like that. And that's really the biggest difference. And let's go ahead and see what happens as we take the rotation around the tower. I feel that the gimbal on the Evo is definitely more smooth. It's I'm able to control it more smoothly. I didn't get this trip around the tower real smooth. I'm too close, but that's not the point of this video. If I were really trying to film this tower, I would have done a better job, but that's not what I was trying to do here. I was just trying to get a clip that I could use for comparison purposes. Now, as we head back towards the golf course, we will compare this again to the Mavic Mini. And I guess the point of this for me is to show you how impressive the Mavic Mini does. It's really an impressive video quality from a tiny $500 drone. So I get past this flag right here on this this green, and let's switch over to the Mavic Mini again. As we switch back to the Mini, you can tell that the colors are more popping. They pop a lot more. And most people, I think, like this style of coloring. Now, keep in mind that I tried to make this a fair comparison. Like I just set everything to automatic. I set the Evo to automatic. I set this drone to automatic. And these are totally different times of day by about a couple hours. So the lighting is a little different, but you can tell that you have a pretty good indication of the differences. Here is a clip, just a short little clip. This is the Autel Evo. Now, I know my flying skills here are not the best, but that's not what I was going for here. I just wanted to give you a comparison of the video quality between these drones. After this, we will switch over to the Mavic Air in automatic mode. And you will clearly see what I was talking about in the previous video, how I think the Mavic Mini has better video quality than the Mavic Air in automatic mode. All right, here we are switching to the Mavic Air. And this is automatic mode. Now, the detail is sharper. You can clearly see that the detail is definitely better of the Mavic Air, but the color quality, I think, is more washed out. if you do not manually take control of the settings of the Mavic Air, you end up with video that just could be better. I just feel like always I'm left wanting more from the Mavic Air if I leave it in automatic mode. So I never film with the Mavic Air in automatic mode. If you were to manually adjust these settings, it would be a huge difference. So yeah, that's something to consider right there. If you're a person who doesn't have, I don't want to be derogatory here, but if you don't have a lot of camera skills, like the camera settings are something that you don't have up front, that might be something you might want to consider as part of your decision on what drone you might want to buy, because the Autel Evo is amazing in automatic mode. Sometimes I just go, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to let it do its thing. And the Mavic Mini is also really good in automatic mode. The Mavic Air is, it could be better. Switching back to the Mavic Air, here we are again. Now keep in mind, this is something that I have to mention. This was very early in the day. This was prime time. You know, the sun was just coming up. I mean, this is early in the morning, but it was more cloudy at this time. Just kind of keep those kind of things in mind. So it's a little bit darker. The contrast is higher, but you can see the difference as far as clarity, sharpness, and things like that. They are really close to the Mavic Air, except that in automatic mode, it's like better. Look at the detail in the rocks and the colors. Everything is better in automatic mode. Now let's switch back to the Mavic Air again. Here we are back at the Mavic Air, and you can just see that the colors, in my personal opinion, tell me what you think. You know, I don't want it just to be all about what I think. Tell me what you think. I think the colors are better on the Mavic Mini. When you compare them in automatic mode back to back, I think that there's a pretty big difference between the two. Now, the Mavic Air, on the other hand, if you go into full manual mode, well, I mean, the quality is better than the Mavic Mini, but there's a lot of people out there, as far as a beginner drone, it's hard to argue that the Mavic Mini is not just awesome for somebody just starting out in drones. You don't have to worry about messing with camera settings. You just worry about flying, and the app is stripped down to where you don't have any extra stuff to worry about, but you get really good quality video. So let's switch over to the Evo for the final comparison, and we'll wrap it up. All right, now here we are back on the Evo again. Now, does the Evo have better video quality? Yes, I think it's super clear that the Evo is a better camera. It's my favorite camera of any drone I've ever flown. So, yeah, but you're talking about twice the cost. You know, you can get an Evo for double the amount that you can get a Mavic Mini. And is the Autel Evo a good beginner drone? Maybe not as good as the Mavic Mini as far as a beginner drone. I think the Mavic Mini is just the very best beginner drone that I've ever seen. I don't think that you can even argue that right now. It's just, if you're new to drones or you're thinking about getting into drones, there is no better drone than the Mavic Mini. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think that I'm right? What do you think of the different, the different clips here? Which of these three drones do you like the best? Please like and subscribe. Talk at you later. On at in. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching my channel. And if you wouldn't mind, I sure would appreciate a thumbs up and a subscribe. And if you don't want to miss any upcoming videos, hit this bell right here. Just like that. Thank you very much.